In today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the things that I've discovered have been helpful to me during the perimenopause, things that are to do with your mind, body and spirit, I guess. So a kind of holistic view of things that have helped me during this time of my life. Welcome back to Self-Care Karen. It is lovely to have you here. I've been in kind of two minds about filming this video because I didn't want to come off as being like a know-it-all or thinking like I'm some sort of self-professed expert on the perimenopause, but I've decided to film it because I think that sharing my experiences might be helpful to you, my viewers. And also I think that probably my experience and sharing that experience is might be quite similar to other people's experiences, and I don't see the harm in that. So if I come across as a know-it-all, I don't mean to. I don't profess to know or be an expert on the menopause and the perimenopause, but I am living it myself. So I feel like, yeah, it's good to share experiences. And I really welcome you to share your experiences. If anything of what I say resonates with you or doesn't, then please do let me know in the comments. If this is your first time joining one of my videos, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you're a returning viewer, thank you also. Really appreciate your loyalty. I started my YouTube channel nearly 5 years ago, and it was really about fulfilling a dream to have a YouTube channel for sure, but also I wanted to kind of share my self-care journey through this medium of videos. I have focused a lot on beauty product reviews because that is very much a passion of mine. But hopefully, I mean, I feel like over time, maybe this has become more, nuanced or sort of more a riding factor of my channel. Hopefully I'm helping you with your self-care by sharing my experiences with all of these different beauty products. Hopefully I'm not turning everyone into these mass consumers. That's not my intention, but I do like to give advice or recommendations, suggestions, because I come across some really great products as I'm, following my kind of curiosity with trying stuff out. And I think, that can be helpful to share. And then also on my channel, I have a lot of guided meditations, because getting into meditation, by actually practicing meditation, but also writing meditation scripts and recording meditation videos, that has been a really big part of my self-care journey. And then a few years ago I really got into a practice called emotional freedom techniques. You might know it's tapping, which is a talking therapy which kind of leans into acupressure and positive affirmations, or the use of words with healing. And I have lots and lots of videos like that too. And then online, I have a presence, obviously on social media platforms, but I also have an online store. I sell on Etsy, but I also sell on my own website. And really they're related products. I sell recommended, like personalized skincare recommendations. I've got lots and lots of pre-written meditation scripts and pre-written EFT scripts, plus I do custom scripts for both meditation and for EFT, as well as one-on-one sessions for EFT. So if you want to know more about what I do outside of YouTube, then please do take a look at my video description, and you'll see also that I have a mailing list. And as a kind of way to get you into the mailing list, I have 3 free downloads that you get once you join the mailing list: a meditation script, a skincare routine planner, and also a weekly habit tracker. All things hopefully will help you with your self-care. So I am 50 years old. I was 50 last July, and I've been going through the perimenopause, it feels like, for an awfully long time. So the perimenopause is that time when, before you get to the menopause, where you start seeing symptoms or irregularity with your periods, or different things kind of changing in your body. The menopause is when you have not had a period for 12 months. That's when you're in the menopause. I'm not that stage yet, but I feel like I have been going through the perimenopause for a long time. I decided around 40 that I was going to start fertility treatment and try and get pregnant. And finally, after 2 miscarriages, I got pregnant when I was 44, and I sustained the pregnancy, and I gave birth to a lovely, beautiful baby boy who's now 6 years old. And I kind of feel, I mention this because I kind of feel like, because my fertility was so poor, my egg quality was so poor, and that's probably the reason why I had the miscarriages that I had. I was probably already starting the perimenopause when I started the fertility treatment. So yeah, it feels like it's been a long time. And then after my son was born, and maybe sort of when he was like a toddler, I started to be very, very aware. And it was kind of about the same time I started this YouTube channel. I started to feel very aware of certain things that were happening with my body, which now I know are related to the perimenopause. So some of it might have also been around looking after a young child, but and you know, the kind of things that come with that, like sleep deprivation. But I noticed that I was having really, really bad insomnia, far worse than ever before in my life, and I've suffered from insomnia on and off for a long time, but it was like really bad, and like waking up for no reason and just not being able to get back to sleep. Night sweats. I haven't had hot flashes or flushes in the day, but at night I often wake up still now bathed in sweat. Lots of kind of physical aches, like muscle bone aches. My mood, oh my God, not like bad mood, but just low mood. And that's something that I've not really suffered from for any kind of prolonged time in the past. So all of these things, and you know, and just I attribute them to the perimenopause because I got educated on the perimenopause, and I think that is something that I think is really, really important that all women do. There is a lot of emphasis in our culture on understanding the changes that puberty brings, and you have to think that going through the perimenopause into the menopause, it's a similar process, but like in reverse. I mean, the changes that our body goes through in puberty, it's like the change that a caterpillar has before it becomes a butterfly. And I'm not saying that we're going backwards, so we're going back to being caterpillars, but you've got to think we're becoming even more beautiful butterflies, I guess, by going through the perimenopause. But it's a really drastic and dramatic change for your body. And so for me, one of the key things is being educated on the perimenopause and the menopause. And the way that I've done that, I was very lucky because my cousin introduced me, my lovely cousin, she introduced me to a UK kind of expert on the menopause, Louise Newson, Dr. Louise Newson, who had just started developing an app called Balance. It's free to join. They have got a subscription service, but you really don't need it to get the benefits, I think, from the app, where you can access a whole host of different articles that explain different aspects about the perimenopause and the menopause, and also you can track your periods and other things within the app. It's really, really helpful. So if you're in the UK, I'm not sure if it's available outside the UK, but definitely in the UK, if you want to kind of go down that road, I think that's a really good one to go down. But that wasn't my only source of information. It's not my only source of information. I do tap into quite a lot of people here on YouTube, but also on other platforms that are talking about the perimenopause and the menopause and how you might be able to kind of make that journey easier for yourself. So I really got educated, and then I, you know, initially I had a GP appointment, and I advocated for myself, which you really have to be good at, and I got myself some hormone replacement therapy. Initially I was on, I think I just started with some patches, which is a combination of estrogen and progesterone. They didn't really work out for me, so then I swapped to gel and Eutrogestin, which are kind of like pessaries or tablets with the progesterone in. And now, I'm quite a few years in taking HRT, probably for about last 18 months. I've also been using testosterone. And this is something that's actually quite hard to get hold of in the UK on the NHS. You really do have to advocate for yourself. And I was able to do so because of the research and what I'd learned about the perimenopause and the menopause, and I'm able to get it. I do, it's off license, so it's not something that they readily prescribe. That's why it's a bit difficult to get. But that actually for me has made a tremendous difference to my mood, which was one of the things that really, because if you're not in the right kind of mind space, it's very, very difficult to get out of any kind of hole that you feel you might be in. So that has really, really helped. But that kind of leads me on to my next point. But so the first thing that I would say, and again, I don't want to sound preachy, but definitely you need to get educated. You need to understand what's going on. And then you need to make choices about how do you want to deal with it. Do you want to go down a supplement route, or supplements and HRT, or just HRT, or some other way of handling it? What changes are you going to make in your life so that you can live a better life as you're going through this kind of transition period? But the second thing for me is that I have done a lot of work. I think I've done a lot of work over my life, but probably way more in the last kind of 6 years on my mindset. So I spoke about, the fact that this channel's got loads of guided meditations on it. That's obviously, sharing is caring, but really that comes about from the fact that writing and recording and then listening to my own meditations really helped me. So it's not the only thing that I do from my mindset. I think I have this kind of plan every single day that I'm going to try and always reach for a better feeling thought, so that to try and stop negative self-talk, which always creeps in, and I don't think I'm alone in that, but like really be on the watch for it. And when I notice it coming in, push it away and really try and flip something to a more positive kind of frame of mind. So I'm just looking down because I made a list. I don't want to, that's one of the things, I swear to God, brain fog and memory loss. Jesus Christ alive. I mean, seriously, I never expected it to be this bad, because like I wouldn't say I've got an amazing memory anyway, but now it's kind of like you forget a word, it's like you have a complete blank in your head. But there are definitely things that you can do and systems you can put in place to help with all of that. So, don't despair, I guess would be my advice. So yeah, I think, being really mindful of your mindset and putting practices in place that help you, whatever they may look like. So for me, it might be the meditation, it might be the EFT, it might be going the walk back from dropping my son off at school. I always put a podcast on and listen to that, and it's all about, mindset and stuff like that. Whatever works for you. It might be exercising, it might be a combination of all of them, whatever. But just being present to the fact that how your mind is dealing with things is really key in this stage. One of the things that I do every day practically, I give myself grace, okay? So I'm not like, if I don't beat myself up about something, if something in my routine slips out, or slips up and I miss it for a while, but I try every day to write down my gratitudes. I'm actually really fortunate because I'm part of a WhatsApp group where we share our gratitudes every day, and for me that just keeps me so present to all the blessings, and there are many that I have in my life, because I think it's very easy to focus on what you don't have, but this brings me to, okay, I know what I have and I'm thankful for it. So again, that really does help me, help my mindset, help my mental health. Another thing that I think is really important, and I do what I say, don't do what I do in this case, is really consider how you can calm down your nervous system before you try and go to sleep for the night. Be that through meditation, tapping is really great for this too, or just, having a kind of like a lull from your phone and stuff like that, just to let yourself really get the best quality sleep you can. I need to do more of this for sure. There was a time when I was doing yoga every night before going to bed, and I felt that was really helpful. I'm not sure why that fell off, but it fell off. I need to get it back on again. And then the other part of this for me, and it, maybe you'll think this is very superficial, but my confidence is very tied, and I think it is for quite a lot of people, to my physical appearance. So my hair has been like in a bad way since my 30s, I would say. It's not even that recent. And for the last year or so, I've really done a lot, and I've documented it here on how you can see how many beauty product reviews I've done for hair care. I've really tried to gain more confidence with my hair, and because that, I don't know, for me that was important. My skin, I think, is in fairly good nick. I've been very interested in skincare for a long time. I've had a skincare routine in place for years and years. I wear SPF every day, all that sort of stuff. So whilst I chop and change the products that I'm using, I'm fairly consistent when it comes to my skincare. And having good skin is, again, something that brings me confidence, but my hair has just been not the same. But I've really found some great tips, techniques, and things that have helped me in this hair care journey, and during this perimenopausal time, when for sure the hormonal changes that is going through your body impact your hair. They impact your skin as well. They impact every single bloody part of you. So anyway, what I would say there is, if you want to know more about the hair care that I've been discovering, I'll put up my hair care playlist here. I've got loads and loads of videos, and you can just take a look. And I'll continue to do videos. The other thing, I have grey hair. I've got lots of grey roots. I do continue to dye my hair because I know that having the grey hair, I'm not ready for that. Like, I haven't got to that stage. Maybe I never will, I don't know. But anyway, so lots of videos as well of me dyeing my roots out. One of the things that I did notice is that my skin got extremely itchy, like really dry and really itchy, particularly on my arms and on my legs. And whilst taking HRT has definitely helped with that, I am way more consistent with applying body lotion. And I've got some of my favourites here to share with you today, just in case what would a video of mine be like? A beauty one anyway, or a self-care one where I don't talk about beauty products. But this is the French one, but this is available in the UK and in America. It's available in most places, I say. This, for me, is blooming holy grail. I actually did a whole video just dedicated to this beautiful in-shower moisturizer. I adore this. And but it's not the only one. This is just really convenient because you use it while you're in the shower. But recently I did a short on this one, which is the Vaseline one. This is obviously targeting perimenopausal and menopausal women, and this is really great on dry skin. And then most recently I've been trying out this Neutrogena Deep Moisture Balm, which is actually really nice. And I like the fact that it's I haven't used much so far, but I like the fact that it's in this tub, which I find quite a nice way to store, because the bottles invariably, like this Nivea one, I'm going to have to cut it open. It's a bit of a pain, but this balm is just really nice. It's very nourishing, but it's lightweight. It sinks in really quickly, which is what I like. So those are three kind of body lotions, just in case you're suffering also from the itchy skin. Although, as I said, do the HRT bit or a supplement first to address the reason why you've got the itchy skin, and then, just for extra comfort, the body lotion. By the way, none of this video is sponsored, but I am an Amazon associate, which means that I may I may earn from qualifying purchases. I never get, God damn it, never get that bit right. But anyway, so I will put affiliate links into the video description, just in case you are interested in any of the products that I mentioned. The commissions that I earn, which are not very big, I put back into my channel. So there you have it. Those are kind of some things that I think have helped me with my time with the perimenopause, which, you know what, I know it can be quite drastic or feel quite dramatic when the periods do stop, but for God's sake, mine are so heavy and painful that I will not miss that. I really, really, really will not miss that. So yeah, hopefully I will be in the menopause not too soon in the future, not too far in the future. And then I can start doing videos about, you know, when you're in the menopause. But for now, those are the tips that I've got for, and the things that I've done as I've been going through this kind of part of my life. As I said at the beginning, if you've got any suggestions or anything that you'd like to comment on from this video, from your journey with the perimenopause, then please do make a comment below. Equally, if there are any kind of products you'd like me to review, just put a comment and I will definitely take that on board. I have a long planning list, but I definitely work off suggestions. And just remember, like my meditation that came out not too long ago, you are in perfect time. See you soon.